I am dreading this final night.
Extreme survival challenge coming up.
For sure.
She's petrified, bless her. She is petrified.
I don't know what to expect. We're already tired.
Let's hope we survive, eh?
You know where to find us.
We're about to start one of the most unbelievably insane and hardest things we've ever done. Honestly, it feels crazy because before this summer, Jenny had never camped in a tent before.
This is going to be a life or death extreme challenge and maybe even a little terrifying, but that's exactly what makes it so epic.
In this video, we plan to climb the highest peak in the Peak District with all of our camping stuff on our backs. The hike itself is brutal and could push us beyond human limits. But if we make it, the view from the top will be absolutely jaw-dropping and mind-blowing.
At the very summit, we'll face the ultimate test. Find a hidden spot to pitch our tent in the wild. No campsites, no safety nets.
Then, after surviving that night, we'll hike back down and keep pushing forward on our road trip. But here's the twist, it doesn't stop there. For 2 more nights, we'll throw ourselves into the crazy, unreal and sometimes frightening world of wild camping. 3 nights, 3 locations, who knows where we'll end up.
It could be amazing, it could be soul crushing, or it could turn into a full-on nightmare. Who knows? Watch until the end of the video to find out. So we're packing our essentials for wild camping. Hopefully we'll survive. Let's get to the packing. First, snacks. We're going to do it in the pockets, so that is easy accessible for us.
Need them for today, no? All this. Wait, no. They strapped to the outside of the bag, all of them. Done.
Minus
Give me a high five.
So I just want to use this.
Is it that heavy? Huh?
Okay, still standing up. Just.
Yeah? Jesus.
That is heavy. That's.
My shoulder though, it's just
I know.
tight. Can I not loosen this up a bit? It's really tight.
This is really heavy.
Heavy, but really good for fitness. It's a big bag, it's a heavy bag, but ultimately it's going to get some of this tum-tum off, hopefully. So let's go for a jog. Really, are you nervous about this, Jenny, or not?
I was actually thinking, as soon as we stopped the car, I started shaking, and I'm like, what did I sign myself up for? God. Hopefully we won't get lost.
Extreme survival challenge coming up.
For sure.
We're heading towards the highest point in the Peak District, and then we're going to set up tent and wake up in the morning and walk again.
So we've parked, walked to the right, walked about 5 minutes from there, 5 minutes from there, I don't know, it feels like an eternity. And then we've done a right into a public bridleway. This looks a little bit more countryside. but we still have to walk for about 2 hours, I think.
How are you feeling?
Very tired already.
Glad to be off the road though, eh? It's a busy road, isn't it?
It was a busy ride, so it was good to just find a quieter spot.
Yeah.
Wish us luck. So this is Ryan, but it's my fault. I decided to have a break.
Jenny's like, oh, can we have a break? I was like, oh, go on then, but if I get down, I won't get back up. And then I said, we're not going to make the army yet. Definitely need to do a bit more fitness before we, do this more often, eh? Should we do some push-ups and star jumps and stuff?
Are you trying to kill me?
No, I just want to get you fit, same as I want to get fit.
Okay, let's walk another half an hour and then you tell me.
Do some star jumps.
Yeah.
Make milk go everywhere.
How about I film you and you do them?
I'll do 100 squats, how about that?
Okay, go on then.
Yeah, but you do 101.
So we're just taking a little break after, it's not even half an hour, is it?
It's about half an hour, yeah.
I don't know, anyways, for about half an hour walking and then uphill with these heavy backpacks.
Are we getting up? How long does your reel of film?
How much battery do I have?
Uh-huh.
How much battery
Exactly.
do I have? We still have an hour and 23 minutes to go. Give or take, because obviously we're walking slower than suppose the normal pace. But yeah, at least it's moving. At least the clock is moving. It's ticking away.
Well, what I hoped happened is happening. We're sweating, and that's good. It means we're burning fat. But on the downside, we've gone 6 minutes the wrong way, one direction. So that means 6 minutes that way, 6 minutes back. We've added 12 minutes onto our journey. So, oh well, it's what it is, onwards and upwards.
It's so hard. We're going up a hill. And we've got massive backpacks. So, this is awful.
This is hard work, and we are, what are we, about 40 minutes in? It's hard graft. We've got another hour and 20 minutes today. It's definitely extreme, this is.
This is the hill we've been climbing.
Oh my God.
So, this is what we've been walking around mountains. I'm telling you, it doesn't feel like I should have signed up for this.
You signed up for it, you fucking planned it.
Ryan says it's my fault because I came up with the idea, but I didn't know it was going to be this hard.
It's not an extreme survival unless it's hard.
Oh God! But saying it and doing it, they're two different things.
It's got to be hard graft, really, really hard.
It is really, really hard, and we
Yeah, but
just
it's got to be.
started.
What the path's turned into.
Oh my God. Are you enjoying the easy path? Ish. Easy-ish.
It's definitely getting my blood pressure up, that's for sure.
So now we've got loads of stones, little rocks. It's not going to be easy.
Oh my God.
God. Should I film when I drop as well?
What?
Should I film when I drop? Go. It feels like I can't keep going. I don't know how we're gonna get to walk an extra hour. This is really hard. I'm so tired. This backpack is heavy and the path is not much, it doesn't help at all. other hand, this is what we're looking at, which is really nice to look at. You're right.
Yeah, come on.
We're really struggling. We're really struggling now. And we've got 1 hour to go.
Okay, so we've had to stop. So yeah, 1 hour to go. We had to stop just because it's just so grueling, sweating, hot. I'm just about to get up to keep going. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these backpacks are about 40 kilos. I think it is. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
20 kilos at least. 15 to 25.
15 to 25. I think around 40 because. Just because I'm knackered, but I don't know, it might feel heavier because obviously we've been walking for an hour, but uphill as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to try and get up.
Yay! Well done, baby. Hey, friend. Hi.
Hi.
Doesn't look friendly. Looks like it's. Yeah.
What have you picked?
What?
What have you picked?
The highest and hardest walk.
Straight uphill, rocky floor. Just.
Are you whinging? Look, it's nothing.
Oh, I know now it's nothing. We just got to the top of it.
I say this, but I feel like I'm always complaining. It's not because I want to complain. It's just really hard. I think the expectation wasn't that it was going to be this hard.
What about Snowden?
Wow, that is beautiful. Look at that view.
Welcome to the Peak District, everyone.
Yeah. If we wouldn't be so tired, we'll probably.
But when it gets beautiful at the top, that means it's worth the walk, right?
Yeah. Let's say yes. So we've had to stop. We can't keep going anymore. We've got about 28 minutes, I think, left to go. But this is a nice view. And we thought it's away. Well, it's by the path, just behind the wall. But it's late enough, you know, and we'll go really early. So, yeah. Are you happy with the spot?
Yeah, I'm happy with the spot. I'm happy with the spot. It'd be nice to wake up to that in the morning. Definitely going to put the drone up when we put the tent out.
Good morning, rise and shine.
Good morning, YouTube. We're at the peak of the Peak District. Almost at the peak. We've got half an hour to go.
So this is more difficult than people make it seem on social media. It's cold, it's rainy, and sleeping in a tent without a blow-up mattress, just the sleeping bags, is a lot harder than it looks, for sure. So take my hat off to anyone of you that have done it, especially at a peak like this or near a peak. So we are going to carry on to Kinder Scout, which is the highest point in the Peak District. We've got about half an hour to go, and then we'll move on to the next destination. Wish us luck. We made our tea with our little cooker, but we're running low on gas, so we just need to be very strategic with it.
It's not great, is it? It's over there.
Ryan's gone to get some water from a little stream that we found up the road, about 5-6 minutes away from here. So I need to put the tent down and fold everything to the best of my ability.
Another day today. We've just loaded everything up, ready to go. Jenny's ready to go. She's eager. She wants to get at them, and you know, we've got like 5.5 hours walking today. We did an hour and a half with the backpacks yesterday, and we were cream crackered. Although it is the highest peak in the Peak District, so it's probably the hardest bit. Yeah, so another grueling day. See if we survive. We've had a little bit of porridge, cup of tea, and away we go. Cold night, didn't sleep very much at all. I don't know if we were sleeping on something. It smelt a bit of farm poo, so that was lovely. What else? I don't know. Have we got good news? We've got good news. Well, it's a beautiful day. It's not raining yet. Oh, there's a mate there, look. It's time to go now. He says, that's my land. Off you go. Go on your trot, mate. Hi. I'm going to name him Steve. This is where we camp to show you that we're not leaving anything and it's all ready for the next people to stay. We've got our bags packed up and ready to go. And how you feeling, Jenny?
Cold. Ryan had to warm my hands up because they weren't working. Yeah, ready for the day ahead. Come on, guys, we got this. I feel like I need to stop moaning because I need the energy.
Jenny's had a bit of a moany day today.
And yesterday. I'm not used to this. When Ryan said to me, let's travel the world, I pictured 5-star hotels. What happened?
Hang on. You have to work hard in order to stay in 5-star hotels eventually, no? I feel like you have to get to a point where you're fit and you're healthy and, you know, and you're making good money. And yeah, you can. And you've explored every mountain there is to explore. But I feel like fitness should be a part of our journey anyway. So we want to look after ourselves, don't we, Jenny?
Let's say yes.
Anyway, let's go and find this peak. It's half an hour walk, onwards and upwards. How'd you feel? Okay. Right. 350 kilo bag. You ready?
You ready for the day?
Yes. Let's go. See if we survive today. I mean, well.
We left our bed.
If we survive.
If we survive. I don't know. I don't see how we're going to survive this.
We've got, what have we even got for dinner and stuff? Dinner and lunch?
I don't even know if we've got
Enough food.
No, it's not even food, it's enough gas.
Oh, for the
We
cooker.
don't have enough gas for the cooker, I don't think so. We'll see, fingers crossed. Oh my god. We found the route, we're not completely lost.
And there's people.
And there is actually people, there is civilization. So one of us drop dead. There's going to be someone to help us. At least call an ambulance.
Literally 10 minutes around the corner. That was our bed. We slept up there. We come round a couple of corners. Anyway, so there's the peak. And then look at this view. I don't know how well that comes up on camera, but that is beautiful. Very, very nice. I'm sure it will open up even better when we get to the top. So let's go for a walk. Someone must have lugged these slabs all the way up here. Well, they must have done it somehow, I don't know how, but anyway. Very beautiful here. Look at that opening up, look. Beautiful. We're nearly there, just thought I'd show you this finger of God there in the clouds where the sun's poking through. Jenny's a little bit exhausted.
It's extremely tiring.
We've only gone 20 minutes.
Not even.
No.
Okay, just a little break. Very, very challenging. I don't know how Ryan didn't come up with this challenge and I did. Well done, baby. We've made it to the top and it's very windy here, but it's really nice, very, very nice. And there's also someone camping out here, wild camping up here, so this is another spot where you can wild camp, apparently. We just couldn't make it here, it was just getting too dark yesterday. So this is what the terrain looks like. Minutes, but I think it's about an hour because this ground is very, very, very difficult and these backpacks are getting really heavy. They are very heavy. This is the ground. And just when we thought that the uphill had finished, we still need to go back up.
She hasn't stopped moaning for an hour. We come downhill instead of up.
And then we need to go back up.
I know there's a little bit of uphill, just a little bit, that's not a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, a little bit of uphill when she moans. Love it. Stage 1 though, that's all. Just gotta say stage 1 done. Stage 1 of 3. Stage 1 done. You looking forward to stage 2, Jenny?
Well, considering I said to Ryan, I'm not going to moan for the rest of the 2 days. I'm just going to say no comment.
I think Jenny's wishing it wasn't stage 1, 2 and 3. I think she wishes it was this was it. I must admit, we're tired and we're aching all over, and then backpacks, they felt like about 300 kilos. Yeah. Do you enjoy it though?
Yeah, certain bits were nice. It was really nice, but very, very hard.
Nice to be back to the car.
Nice to be back to the car, yeah, for sure. Onwards and outwards with a road trip.
Yeah. So what's the issue now? I've got a problem with gas.
Yeah,
So
we don't have enough gas bottles.
Cooker gas. Will we make it for these 3 trips? I mean, considering how knackered we are now after stage 1,
And we even had breakfast, we had dinner.
Bring on stage 2, everyone.
I'm just making tea by the side of the road before we head to Aldi to see if we can get some more gas bottles, because I don't think we've got enough. We'll definitely have to live on biscuits for the remainder of 2 days, 2.5 days. So we'll see if we can do that. This is the kettle boiling, side of the road. And then Ryan needs to come and help me to pack all this stuff.
Guess what, YouTube family? We found somewhere that sells the gas. How many gas did we buy?
Got 2 just in case, because obviously we've got 2 days and a couple of dinners.
And 2 stages left.
Oh my goodness, don't remind me. I know I said I wasn't going to mind, and I'm not going to mind.
No. But our road trip continues. We're in the DIY shop now.
Oh, I'm knackered.
And where are we going now?
Well, so we've got Robin Hood's Cave, Hope Valley, and Lady Bower Reservoir.
Okay.
Which one do you want to go to?
How far we got to walk?
Exactly, I don't know. It's a hit and miss. We'll see. We'll let you know in stage 2.
Where are we going to wild camp though?
I think the best bet to wild camp is Lady Bower Reservoir. So I'm just going to find out how far is it to walk from place to place, and then add a few minutes, because, you know, Google normally gives you an estimate and it's a lot less than it normally is. And we are in the Peak District.
So you didn't use University of YouTube?
Imagine that.
So you used education of Google instead?
No, a little bit of everything. We did, you know, find out what was about on social media, what was recommended, what did Google say, and
well, find out what happens in stage 2. We've got our gas. We're not sure what to eat because our pot noodles seem to have exploded in the bag.
And breakfast as well.
And breakfast.
So we're running low on both.
So we've got porridge and pot noodle and stuff like that all over the bottom of the bag. It went all over everything, all over the camera equipment, the whole lot. So we're not sure what we're going to eat now, but yeah, join us. And we're not going fishing, I know that much, because there's not many lakes around here for some reason.
It's not Lake District.
It's not the Lake District, no. There was only one lake in the Lake District.
There's a massive lake.
The road trip continues. Jenny's driving. Our learner driver. Yeah, join us for stage 2.
Stage 1 was really hard. I hope it's stage 2 and stage 3 are not as hard as stage 1. We've come close to Lady Bower Reservoir.
Lady Bower Reservoir.
Yeah. And then what we've done is we've left the car in one of the lay-bys nearby. Actually, there are a couple of car parks, paid car parks, but there are loads of lay-bys with free parking, so you can choose. And the car parks have toilets, which is quite convenient.
Zero budget camping, but
Road trip.
With a difference. One is that it's a road trip. So obviously it's costing us petrol money, but really minimal, not a lot, probably a tenner at the most we've spent over the couple of days. And secondly, it's wild camping, so we're survival mode, right? So we've got to basically go where nobody's gone before and hide and not get pulled up. Obviously we leave these places clean and tidy and we respect them. However, we're wild camping.
So this is why we decided to leave the big backpacks in the car, and then just come with a small backpack, our cooker and the water. And then we want to scout the area, find out what's about with our big backpacks. My back is, without the big backpacks, my back feels so much better. It's like, thank you, please, thank you, Jen. But it's very difficult. I don't know, I think Ryan's more adventurous, but I feel like, Jesus, where are we going to camp? I want to
find somewhere. We found parking.
We found parking, yes.
That's what matters, you know, especially if it's a 10, 15, 20 minute walk, or even up to an hour walk. We don't really care. As long as the car's safe-ish Obviously it's at a lay-by, so safe-ish. And then we just walk until we find a camping spot, all right? Pitch up camp, hopefully in the woods, maybe next to the water. Be nice to have a nice view. I mean, we are in the Peak District.
But tomorrow we've got a big challenge, so we thought this afternoon we'll take it a little bit easier than this morning and yesterday. Not to mention that we're shattered.
We are shattered, yeah. That completely ruined us, that walk. I mean, we ended up walking yesterday. I mean, in total, it was near on 5 hours yesterday. And again today, what's it, 3.5 so far?
4 hours. And now, obviously.
So yeah, 4 hours, and then obviously whatever we're walking today. So most likely be 5 hours again today. So 10 hours in 2 days. Might not be a lot to some of you, but this is the Peak District. Everywhere is rocky and hilly, and it was just like so many rocks and hills, and we had them big backpacks. We haven't got them anymore, thank God. Let's find a camping spot.
This is where we fall to the lake. Oh my God. From there. And this is where Ryan is going to push me into the lake. Well, there is nothing there.
So walking in this clearing, well, it's not a clearing, but the woods here. Basically the lake's here. So I'm just trying to find somewhere where we could pitch up tent. Do some wild camping easy enough, but the floor's a little bit difficult to. There you go. Looks like a little bit of a clearing here. So, yeah, I think this is a nice spot here. It looks like we might have found our spot here. Yeah. Look at this. This is beautiful here. Got all the water there. Nice clearing there to camp. It's all good in the hood. Might be camping here. Let's have a further look. There might be better spots. I don't know. Ooh, it's a bit uneasy on the feet though. I tell you here. Oh, look at that. Nice to wake up there though. Yeah. Wild camping spot. Checkpoint number 2. Survival mode. Let's get Jenny down here and see if she agrees or not.
I am not very impressed with this path. It seems that I'm going to fall down, or Ryan's going to fall down. Just don't want an accident.
The real reality. Whenever we find a camping spot, no matter where it is, she does not approve.
Edge, you can fall down at any point.
Nobody's going to fall down. It's not the edge of a steep cliff or anything like that.
That is the edge of the cliff. It is.
You can boat out here and do a bit of fishing, you know. Would love it. A bit of boil in the bag rice. 1 bag should be enough for the 2 of us. Glad we got that gas now. So yeah, it makes us happy.
I don't like, heights or challenges like this. It's just not me at all.
Challenges like what?
Like walking in a place where you can drop and just drop to your death. I don't like that. Yeah, laugh.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I know people have different comfort zones and fears and such, but I don't see zero risk there.
Sure, because your risk tolerance is a lot higher. I think, everything's relevant. What is your risk tolerance? Are you very risky? Are you very risk averse like me? I mean, I'm not as risk averse as I used to be.
Honey, you're travelling the world. You can't afford to be risk averse.
You can't be so risky either. You have to measure risk.
I wouldn't put you in any danger, darling. Don't worry. Not intentionally, anyway.
Not intentionally. No, I know. You're just very relaxed about risk.
Where's that? Where's that? Look at that. Boil in the bag. Sorry, boil in the tin. Not in the tin, but you know. Yeah, chili con carne. Beautiful. What did you say 5 minutes ago?
Oh yes, I've been looking forward to this dinner. I've got chicken korma and Ryan's got chili con carne with some rice. Oh yes.
So, all the weight we lost yesterday doing this mountainous walk, and this morning we're going to be putting back on now by me having this chili con carne and rice. Got a what?
Don't forget the chocolate you had earlier.
Shh. Oh mate, this is hot. Oh my gosh, this is hot. Scrummy. Got a rubbish bag on. This is what you call survival. This is rough living.
But scrummy, yummy.
So what you got?
Got some chicken korma. Ooh, very nice. I've been looking forward to it. The whole challenge, I kept just thinking about this dinner. This is that's it. But yeah, we'll be able to survive with the gas. We'll see if we'll be able to survive in places we stay. Mm.
10 out of 10.
Better than a lot of takeaway.
Probably, yeah.
All right, give it to Ryan. This seems like a easier walk down to get to the water, but I don't know how he's gonna access the water. He's gonna go and do his wild washing up. He's doing his wild washing up. Is that what you're trying to do? Those rocks are loose in some parts. Look at that. Amazing. So we're not sure how clean that water is. We might have to just rinse what we've got, the plates that we've got, and then and then wash them properly afterwards with soap. Here he comes.
Look. Clean-ish.
Come for a little walk, and this is the view. Very nice. We're gonna see if we can spot a second location for this camp in Milwaukee.
Camping malarkey, yeah. Jenny's admitted, I think, that it is handy to know that there are other options out there in order to live for free. Not live for free, but, you know, camp for free. You don't have to pay. We've paid for campsites, you know, for anything up to about, what, £20 or something for a tent? £25 for a tent. I mean, it's just a pitch on a field, right? But always what is a problem, or will always be a problem, is parking. If you've got a car, where do you park and then go and walk to find a wild camping spot or whatever? When you get a campsite, you've got your car right next to it, so you haven't got to carry a big backpack. I mean, there are conveniences to paying for a campsite, plus you get a shower as well.
You know what I think is a major difference. To me, the main difference between wild camping and booking a campsite is the fact that I can't sleep properly when we're well camping. I just think someone's gonna come and say, "Oh, you need to move," or open the zipper, and I just can't sleep properly. And it's very, very uncomfortable. Last night it was really uncomfortable because we were in a smaller
on the top
tent.
of a mountain in the dark.
Exactly.
Yeah, but who's gonna be
Anyone
there?
can be there.
Who?
I don't know. Anyway, so that's my problem. It's my issue.
Do any of you
Security.
walk up mountains in the dark? Honestly, do you?
Actually, we saw a little girl. She was about 12, going down the mountain at like what, 8 o'clock?
It was just as we were setting up our tent, probably about 8:15. And believe me, it's miles from any civilization. So I do wonder if she got back to her house on time. But she was some sort of weather girl. She had like a metal square on her back. So I'm assuming she was on top of the mountain trying to find out what the weather is or get some weather readings. But she was out late.
So there are some people that are out there, and you never know. There is a chancer.
Chances? You mean what?
I don't know. This is what I'm saying. Security for me is massive. While camping versus booking a campsite.
Yeah, but come on.
I think for you it's parking.
Even on a campsite, what security is there?
Yeah, well, you've got
a hotel.
Sure.
I bet you, if you went in statistics, I bet you more people got killed in hotels than they do on campsites.
What do you think?
I bet you. Look it up. But although there is more hotels than campsites,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
exactly.
But
no, but I think when you go on a campsite, everyone has this understanding that you're gonna be left alone and they're gonna be left alone and no one's gonna touch anyone's property. That's what I
mean,
picture.
yeah, that's what we've seen so far. But you never know. Only takes one wrong un to get drunk or whatever, doesn't it? So you just don't know. There's wrong uns everywhere.
What's your opinion?
Has anyone
Tell
had
us.
any Has anyone had any security risks or any issues? Please share with us in the comment, because it'd be interesting to know.
It seems that we're going to be going back to the same place. To the same place that Ryan suggested.
We've been for a drive. We've been for a walk.
Thank
you. We drove around, 15 minutes one way, 15 minutes another, turned around. There was no ideal places for parking. We could have parked where we are and walked for, an hour probably and found somewhere.
Yeah,
we should have done that earlier, a few hours ago. We're heading towards, 8 p.m. now, so we're just going to have to go back to the spot. It's 7:42 now, so, 25 minutes it's going to be dark. So we know there's a spot there and we'll just go there. I mean, we're not going to be any aggro. It's just Jenny was a bit worried because it was a bit steep in places.
Yeah, so we did find a place that was a little bit hilly, but it's we actually saw a couple of tents over there, so we could have come there.
Yeah,
but right
on the top of a hill, with a nice, amazing view. But there's nowhere to park there, and we'd have had to park the sort of 45 minutes walk at least from there.
I'll
or more than that, an
hour to 2 hours walk.
Okay, well, it would have been to go up the mountain as well. Yeah, probably an hour and a half. I reckon it would have taken to get there. Anyway, we haven't got the time, so we're going back to that spot. Right in the trees and the sticks.
We have been walking all day and we just need to get our heads down. We're so tired and we've just set the tent up by a lake, but it's under a bridge and everything sounds so loud. There are just some voices outside. We don't know who they are and what they're here for. It's just terrifying. And I think someone's going to come in because it's so easy to come in this tent.
I'm not going to lie. It's pretty scary. I'm not sure this wild camping challenge was a very good idea.
What we woke up to. The view. Get a few clips from here, from all of this madness. Morning.
Morning, YouTube.
Good morning, friends. Rise and shine. It was a bit of a rough evening and a rough night.
It wasn't bad once we got to sleep, but it was, I mean, like we're in a bit of the woods, right? And you hear ducks and birds and stuff like that flying by, and the ducks coming near, and it just sounds like people walking towards you, towards the tent.
That was pretty scary. That was really, really scary. And not to mention that before it went really, really dark, tell us what happened.
Oh, there's two people. Like there's a bridge right next to us, and this bridge you can probably see the tent in certain places of the bridge. And the two people arrived on a motorbike, and I was looking at the views because there's nice views here. And they were just looking. They said, "There's a tent there in their woods there," and then they just talk it. And they were there for about over half an hour and talking, and we were just thinking, "Are they coming to look for us or what? Like, what are they doing?"
Are they the owners of the property?
No,
It was
no.
but it was really nerve-wracking, and I kind of felt a bit like homeless. Okay, and I felt just unsafe. Like, why would you just stand there? Just move on. Or just go to a different part of the bridge. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't ideal, but once they left, I mean, they were only there, so I'd say 20 minutes, half an hour, but once they left, it was fine. We were worried about the noises of the ducks, so we went out there outside and had a look, and it was realised it was just ducks. Anyway, finally got our heads down. Obviously, the floor's uncomfortable, but it was all right. We slept okay. We haven't got anything with us apart from just the tent, haven't we?
And water and biscuits, just in case.
But the car's only 10 minutes from here, so we go to the car. Obviously, we pack the tent, go to the car, and then keep on our travels. We've got one more night.
One more night on this road trip.
Survival challenge. Gosh, it has been a survival challenge, though. Really, I mean, it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, we're trying to travel basically for free, living in.
No, but this was a challenge. How can we stay without paying for accommodation?
And also, not just like, I mean, we wanted to diversify it a little bit. So we wanted to, first night we wanted to stay in, on the top of a mountain. Second night we just wanted to be a bit rebels and by a lake and sort of try and stay somewhere where there's people, which is probably a bit of a mistake in our opinion. We'd like to go somewhere a bit more secluded and where there's no people and no noises apart from the animals. And tonight, well, wait and see where we're going to go. We don't know yet ourselves.
Where are we going to end up?
Probably in a cave somewhere, I don't know. But anyway, it's our third night and it's our last night to stay at wild camping. So would you recommend it? Do you do it? I don't know.
Have you ever done it? Would you ever do it?
I don't know if we'd do it again, would we? Would we do it again?
I'm not thrilled with wild camping. Are you?
Well, not around people, I'm not. No, but it wasn't too bad on top of the mountain, although it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. You can't sleep properly. The ground is. It's good that it's hard, but sometimes it's too hard.
Yeah. I mean, we would, even in campsites. But for next year's summer, we'll have the van on the road. But imagine if you need to get a tent somewhere. I would definitely say get some sort of mattresses of some kind, or obviously people have ground mats a lot of the time. But I like camp beds, but I think they only do single camp beds. I don't know.
What do you use if you do camping? Any sort of camping?
Yeah. So join us to the next destination.
it. Ryan's all packed. I'm all packed. This is in my backpack.
Can't really see.
Well, you can see on the camera, but you can see from here for sure. Us being reunited with. Yeah. We are back to the car, safe and sound.
Safe and sound, yeah. Not sure Jenny feels totally safe there in these places, but she's got me, right?
Do you feel safe when you go camping or while camping? So we're going to find some milk and hopefully get a nice cup of tea, a nice cup of coffee, and go to the south of the Peak District to continue our road trip. Our, what's it called? Road trip survival challenge. It has been a challenge for sure. It has felt like a challenge.
Has felt like a challenge. Obviously, none of this is made up. We really have, camped in the wild and, camped for free. Drove to a couple of destinations, searched for places to camp, made our own food on the camp, tea, coffee, whatever, everything. Literally, we went shopping, spent £30 on food before we came, and we've crushed our pot noodles and things like that we had when we went up the mountain. We've walked nearly 10 hours in total. Genesis, more than 10 hours in total. It's it's been good, but it'd be nice to have a nice shower and a nice lay down on a sofa and watch some Netflix like you guys.
Off to our next destination, carrying on with our road trip. And it's raining, so we are hiding from the rain. Otherwise, we would have had to set the tent or, just to protect ourselves from the rain. We have been lucky.
This is our road trip from hell. In the rain, foggy windows, leaky light above. I'm just worried about camping tonight, really, because obviously we've got where we're going to pitch up in the rain, and hopefully it doesn't rain later and all that we've got to think about. So will we be dry even? Do we even know what we're having for dinner? I don't know. I think we've got another tin, haven't we? Oh, that was lovely.
Chili con carne.
Again?
Oh, sorry, no. So you got jalfrezi for dinner.
Chicken jalfrezi, baby.
Yeah,
your chicken korma was nice. Comes with big lumps of chicken, so I don't know how they managed to do that and keep it preserved in a tin and whatnot. But anyway, long story short, it was lush.
So you're looking forward to it?
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like you're struggling when you're having nice, beautiful tin prepared food. Yes.
Yeah, but this is the first home cooked warm meal we've had for, I don't know, 4 days.
Home cooked?
Well,
what do you mean home cooked? It's put in a tin. Boiling a bag of rice. I mean, but it's lovely.
It felt like it was home cooked, or it tasted like.
Honestly, it did. It was really, really nice. Highly recommend it for anyone who's going camping. We'll have to find out. Actually, we'll put in the description what make it was. In fact, it's on. We've got a photo of it, so we'll put that there.
Yeah, but although the tins are heavy to carry, and I think you should be selective with what you carry, it was definitely worth having it. Where are we going? We need to find somewhere to go. We are going to see if we can scope an area to see if we can welcome there. Nice and early, so that we're not guessing last minute like yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. That's one thing we learned. If you arrive at a destination, in order to do survival wild camping, what you need to do is get there at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, scope the area out, make sure you find somewhere to camp, and then you can go back and spend your day. But what you might want to do is put your backpack on and just go for a walk out of civilization somewhere, maybe an hour away from your car, and then just camp. But parking's the most important thing to find, obviously.
Toilets and a good sleeping place.
Toilets for washing the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've learned quite a few things, and Ryan's right. I think doing this in daytime is important. So just make sure that you've got plenty of daytime. So, you know, midday, 1, 2 o'clock, not later than 3 to go for a walk, because it's very difficult to find a quiet space or a nice place to camp. Looking forward to the sandwiches. Now I regret doing 1.5. I want 2.
You don't have one of mine, darling.
No, that's right. One of the things we've learned is to find good public toilets. And some parks have it, some car parks have it. But normally you will find a public toilet in a town, a local town.
Being in 2025, what Jenny's learned is...
Don't rely on the internet.
Well, no, but if you are in a place where there is internet, use Google AI. It's really, really good, apparently. I haven't tried it, but Jenny has.
It gives you recommendations, and it's, you know, it does tell you, oh, you're not supposed to do this or you're not supposed to do that, but it gives you ideas, like free parking in this nearest town, or toilets in this car park or in this town. So using Google AI has helped us to plan things. Worst case scenario, use your map and directions, because if the internet fails, an A to Z.
Good old A to Z. Can't beat it on a survival challenge.
Whoa! Aww. Oof. Ryan had a fall. Poor Berber. Poor Ryan. He's alive. He survived. He survived the fall. Just about.
It was a survival challenge, and you don't think just walking down some basic, you know, pathway that you fall over and you could, I hit my back, but I mean, that could have disabled me, could have hit my head, whatever. It's mad, isn't it, when you know, put yourself in these situations you don't realise.
Survival at its best, at its finest. I have. You have. Good, come on. I can laugh at this. Ryan trying to walk, not being very successful at it.
Jenny's just laughing at me because we sat down for 20 minutes and I've literally seized up. My back and my legs are hurting, and I don't know, it's one of them things I should have kept going, I guess, not stopped.
So yeah, we're definitely feeling this road trip survival challenge. It's definitely getting to us. We're looking, scouting for a place to sleep, a flat place that is away from people. But we're not getting much luck.
It looks a bit hilly here.
This is what we've got. We've gone around the corner from stepping stones. Obviously, there was a night where we had our lunch. That was a nice spot where we had our lunch. I wish we could camp there, but we can't do that. So it's too busy, and yeah, you're not supposed to set any tents there. So let's have a look and see if we can find an alternative. Flat here, and it's a bit of away from people. I mean, there's the mountains up there.
Exactly, you're going to see you, but it doesn't matter if they see you. But there's people there. Look.
No, I know, there's going to be people everywhere. As well, we pick a place where not many people will come at night. You say maybe?
Just a possible maybe. I'm not a great fan of it, but it's flat and it's smooth. I mean, unlike last night, it was a bit. It's not flat, it's sloped backwards. But what puts me off is being so close to the water like that, and the gnats. You know, the little buggers that bite you.
You're very sweet for them.
But it is a survival challenge, so
you survive the gnats.
Can I survive the gnats? Well, already I'm covered in bites everywhere already.
Oh, Jesus.
Scratches from falling over. Bites everywhere, look. Yeah, just covered in them anyway, all over my body, so not sure that I want to get more gnats. For those of you who don't know, basically, if you go near water, there is always airborne gnats or little flies or whatever, and they nibble on your blood.
So this is spot number 1. This is what Ryan was saying about water. So you've got a little bit of a stream here going on, and it's quite wet. But you also see you've got people, you've got loads of paths around, so people will be able to see us. Yeah. So maybe it's a maybe. Can we even just call it a maybe?
You can call it a maybe if you like, but I say it's a strong no.
Okay, so strong no from Ryan, maybe from me. Okay, let's go back. So back to square one. Ryan's assessing the situation. We found this park, an open field next to the river. This is a better option than what we had before, I think. That's the road there, but I don't think you can see it in the night. And you've got all these open fields. No animals. And I think there's a barn there and a house. But it seems promising. There's mosquitoes everywhere. That's not ideal. So we're gonna have so this is the best option that we found so far. And if this doesn't pan out, we're gonna take a
4 out of 10.
Yeah. When we take a break, we're gonna go to the national park. National park? No, country park.
Wait and see if we survive this one this night. I don't know. Do you think we'll survive?
I don't know. It's an open field, but we'll have to come later at night.
Will we get stopped by someone? Will a park warden come? I don't know. All sorts. Will someone tell us to move? We've been lucky the last 2 nights. Is it raining?
It's raining a little bit.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to cook my dinner.
In the rain?
In the rain. This is my attire. I'm the chef.
Oh.
I am dreading this final night.
Why?
So I just don't like it. I just find it so hard. We barely sleep. The floor is, it just digs into you.
The floor digs into you.
Yeah. rocks. Anyways, yeah. So we'll see if we survive the last night.
I think I hope we'll survive the night. Obviously, you wouldn't be watching this video if we haven't survived. But yeah, we should survive. But this is the last night now. We've done, this is our third night of wild camping. We found different spots each time. Our first night was
around like near the highest peak.
No. Sorry, a night before that, we camped in a campsite, and we didn't sleep very well anyway because our blow up bed it went down twice. So we threw that away, left that at the campsite, and then since we've done this wild camping, we haven't had a blow up bed. Anyway, join us for tonight's last night.
Do you think we'll be able to survive? It's a 50-50 chance.
Well, Jenny's the way Jenny feels is like she's going to be in a prison cell or something. Do you think you're going to get arrested tonight?
I don't know. It's not about that. I just, I don't know. It's been a good experience. Don't get me wrong, this challenge, but it has been hard.
It's been tough. It's been
really
grueling.
tough.
It's been tough. It's been non-stop walking.
We're exhausted.
And, washing in public toilets and, just eating on, cooking off little gas cooker. I know, don't get me wrong, it could be worse for a lot of people. A lot of people are in worse situations and we understand that.
Yeah, I mean, my heart goes out to people that don't have homes, that don't have options, or
well, we don't have a home,
but we do have a van, and we are wherever that is.
We do have a van.
No, but that we're converting
it's a shed at the moment.
We're converting it to a home, and we also have, we're resourceful. This is not what we have to do to survive.
Yeah.
But I just stupidly thought this was a good challenge.
It's a great challenge because it challenges us and we're challenging ourselves. And yeah, let's see how we get on.
Let's go. I'm just going to be glad when this is all over.
God. You talk like it's been
It has been really hard. No, for me it's the camping. I mean, the walking was hard.
It's something to be proud of,
Yeah,
that you've done for
we've
3
done
nights,
it.
not just one.
Exactly. And we didn't back out. We just
positives from it, not negatives.
Yeah.
Moved on. I'm moving on because of the gnats.
We are trying to find the best spot, and somewhere that is a little bit more hidden. Ryan's looking for another dip, maybe a further away from the water and hidden by the trees. So this seems like a better spot, maybe. If I were closer to the house. Oh my goodness. Did you hear that?
There's noises out here. We're in the field, but there's a house not far away.
Like, we're really tucked in the corner, but I really want it to be dark so that no one can see us. And that there's a road as well.
Exactly. There's 2 roads that they can see our tent from. And there's also a house as well that they can see in the distance. But we're like, any noises. I mean, just listening out for everything.
It's exactly how we felt yesterday when we were in that under that bridge. It was awful. People talking, and then we didn't know if they were coming close to the tent. They were coming to tell us off. They were coming to do. I don't know. It's just yeah. It's not fun.
Jenny gets petrified. She gets petrified. She really does.
Morning, rise and shine. I think we're more tired than when we went to sleep. How are you, Bear? Morning.
Morning. We survived. 3 days of wild camping. We survived.
Just about though. I'm very achy everywhere. What a hard challenge. I didn't think I was going to survive this, and I did. We did. Amazing. But as hard as it was, he taught us a lot. He gave us a lot of lessons. And those lessons we can take with us. Planning, how to search for things, how to search on the web for, different places, what's basic, what not to pack, what to pack lighter. There's a lot. I think we've taken a lot from this challenge. And as tired as we are, I think we need to recover now. But it was good. It was good to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. How about you? Are you pushing yourself out of your comfort zone? What's the latest thing that you've done to challenge yourself? Tell us in the comments. And we need to go soon because it's daylight. 10 past 6, I think. We need to pack up and leave. Ryan wants to go for a 6-hour walk.
I said to Jenny, how are you feeling? Are you feeling like you want a 6-hour walk? She just burst out laughing. I don't know why. She's like, my thinking was breakfast.
I have fun. Conclusion. Biggest takeaway is what you hated.
I'll tell you what I liked. Obviously not having any bills, so we didn't pay for any campsites. We didn't have to pay for
minimal petrol, minimal
Yeah.
food, spec expense.
Yeah, it was wild. It was in touch with nature. It's nice to, wake up together and wake up in nature and the sound of water and on the mountain. It was really, really nice, that was, for me. What about you? What did you like?
I actually quite like the cooking in the wild. That was nice. Cooking our meals. And I know it was pre-prepared meals and everything, but they weren't that bad. And making tea with our little gas cooker. Yeah. I quite enjoyed that. Yeah. Biggest takeaway?
My dislike?
What you hated?
I think definitely it was the grounds, like where we were staying. Definitely, given the time again, I would have bought a ground mat, 100% sure. We did have a sleeping bag underneath us, but the ground was so uncomfortable. So that was my biggest dislike. And yours? One biggest dislike?
I hated looking for spots. And I really did. Wild camping doesn't agree with me at all. So, yeah, biggest dislike, the wild camping part, finding where to sleep and hearing voices or thinking someone's going to come and get us.
Biggest lesson is, you don't need to just survive, you can thrive. I know some of you might not think that being in a tent in the wild is not thriving. However, in my opinion, it is thriving. It's in summer, in nature, it's beautiful.
We found so many beautiful spots, and I think if we would have not done this, we would have probably not appreciated it as much, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. And we've got a major challenge planned next month. But we'll see you next week.